So Houston, have you heard? The countdown is on. The FIFA World Cup 2026 will kick off in our city next June. The International Federation of Association Football, or soccer as we say in the U.S., chose Houston to host 7 matches at NRG. A lot is taking place off the field to get ready, including the artwork commemorating the games. Local artist Stephanie Leal designed Houston's official World Cup poster. The design showcases our diversity, our culture, and love for the game. And Stephanie's here to share how she got chosen and the process of going from idea to an actual poster. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, let's go back to how this all started for you, one paint stroke at a time, all right. Born in Monterey, but raised in Houston, the youngest of 4 kids, and soccer was something that was part of your life as well.
For sure. I think it's something we played in the streets, something we gathered to watch, and it's been part of my life pretty much since childhood.
Yeah, and we know that soccer is popular, of course, around the world, but really took root, I think, here in Houston, even more so when we got our professional team, and you have a connection to that we'll talk about in a minute. But one of the reasons why they said they thought it was so popular is that it's something that girls can play too.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, when I was a little girl, I didn't think it was a possibility, and you know, the game is growing, and I think having the World Cup here in the U.S., I think is a huge opportunity to show girls that they can play too, you know, and if they don't play, they can be designers like me as well.
You were playing with your brother when you were little. Who was better, you or your brother? See, I'm causing all kind of family problems this morning. All right.
Well, I can answer that, but no.
Yeah, right. All right. Just like soccer was a part of your family, so was art. You got in trouble for, because like most siblings, you wanted to copy what your sister was doing because she was an artist. And you would find a different type of palette. It wasn't necessarily a canvas or art paper. You found something else to draw on.
Yeah, my mom is not happy about this one. I used to draw in the walls when I was a little girl.
But was it pretty at least?
Maybe like Picasso-like, but yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so you would draw on the walls. You mimic your sister's drawings. Your dad was also an artist of sorts.
Yeah, he did stained glass pretty much his whole life, which is pretty incredible.
Yeah, so you were in a family that encouraged the creativity, and it's interesting because for a lot of families, if they have a great little budding artist, they'll encourage them. But then when that artist says, "I'd like to grow up and become an artist," or like after medical school, honey, right?
Yeah.
But it truly is, and you've proven can be your living. But your dad used to buy you art supplies, supported and shaped you as an artist, and in your education, you went on to study art.
Exactly, yes. Yeah, my dad has been an incredible support throughout my journey, and you know, at some point I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I loved art, so I kept doing it, and you know, I found my way, and yeah, he's been an incredible part of my journey.
Sometimes we set goals, and the great thing about education and higher education is that you are exposed to even more. So you had in your mind what you might do, and you were studying fine arts. Mm-hmm. But then came across something else that piqued your interest.
Yeah, definitely. So like I said, I had a background in fine arts, but you know, I found my way into graphic design, and I took one class at the University of Houston, and I just fell in love with it.
Yeah, and I would be sure you would encourage people to do this too. You experimented with all kinds of mediums.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I mean, I think that's what being an artist is all about, just experiment. Art is subjective, and you know, just create and do it for the love of the art, right?
Yeah, and you say it's messy but creative. I was looking at your outfit today. I said, are there any paint marks? And you were wearing white pants today. This is the other clothes.
This is the designer part of me.
Yeah. And you also experiment, you say, with minimalist approaches. What does that mean? Just
keeping it minimal. I think when it comes to design, I think less is more, and the goal for graphic design is to be functional and to solve problems, and so I have 2 sides, right? The artist who doesn't care what I create, but the graphic designer who solves problems, and that's how I keep it a little bit more minimal.
You know, there was a conversation we had over the weekend about what AI will do to art, but the thing is, with every art piece, there's a piece of the artist in it. Yeah. We don't want a piece of the AI in it, we want a piece of the artist in it. Exactly. And so there's you in everything that you do. Your Mexican heritage is at the core of a lot of your work.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I grew up, I'm from Mexico, and we are a very colorful culture, and a lot of patterns in our culture, and I think I take a lot of inspiration from that.
Yeah, even though people might not have known you, they've seen you. You did some stuff on like the metro wraps.
Yes.
On the buses, right?
A couple of billboards around the city as well with the Houston Dynamo, Houston Dash, so that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, you help with marketing campaigns, motion graphics, illustrations, the whole bit. And when it comes to soccer and art, you had a key moment when you became the lead designer for the Houston Dynamo and Dash.
Yeah, for sure. That was a moment that I'll cherish forever. Just my dreams coming true, where I get to combine both my passions, which is art and soccer. And yeah, it was an incredible opportunity to be part of the team.
Yeah, but it's a credible opportunity, but you can only have that if you step up and actually apply for that. Same happened with the FIFA opportunity. You know, at first when someone's saying, you know, you should probably apply for that, the first thing that runs across a lot of people's minds is, oh wait, there's probably be a lot of people applying. Is my art really good enough? And the whole bit. Did you have any doubts, and how did you come through that process? And what happened when you found out that you were even a finalist?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm completely honest, I didn't think I would get this far. Now being here, I should give myself a little bit more credit because I have worked hard to get where I am. And yeah, I mean, I'm still processing everything. I'm very grateful that I got this opportunity, and then I got to win.
Yeah, there were three finalists chosen out of 100, and you won out, and so you have to start thinking, okay, what am I going to do now? How does that process start, and how's that work?
Yeah, I mean, I got the call where I was selected as one of the 3 finalists, and I mean, right away I started to work. I played a FIFA World Cup playlist, you know, some Shakira in there just to get inspired.
Some Shakira in there.
Yeah, and started sketching right away and thinking of what Houston means to me. And obviously from the poster you can see like one of the main things were Space City.
Yeah, let's go through this because there's a part of you in there which represents a lot of people who have the same heritage, right? But also things that we're also known for internationally, space exploration being part of it. So we have the astronaut over there. So let's go through some of these elements that you have. And you know, you represent the Texas-sized love for soccer.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Houston, we're known for obviously Space City, Bayou City, and we are home of the biggest rodeo in the world.
So there's a cowboy hat in there.
There's a cowboy hat in there, and that's one of the things that might have a little bit of double meaning. Being from Mexico, Monterrey, the hat is also very representative of who I am, and yeah, I mean,
the captain's armband symbolizes the city flag, and then of course the FIFA Cup outline hidden on the helmet, and the goalie net. Now the goalie net is not complete. Why?
I think it's just a part of my childhood memories where, you know, I used to play in the streets and there wasn't a perfect goal. So I had to just make it a little bit imperfect and so people can relate to it.
See, that's awesome to know that because now it personalizes this poster for us as well. Well, congratulations.
Thanks so much.
And thank you for coming in today.